Hello boys and girls, I'm going to show you another option that you could do afterwards, after the conversation is over. So what you could do is you could add another sprite to show up. So you could come over here and let's say, because they're talking about being on the computer, I can have be on the computer. So now I'm going to move this computer, and just so that we're in the habit, anytime you get a new sprite, I always like to start with a go-to position and an event. Okay, so I don't want this to show up the entire time. So that means that when the flag is clicked, I can come over here and tell it to hide. Now, after the conversation is over, I want this to show up. So there's two ways you can do this. I could sit there and count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I could count 12 seconds, and then I could say, wait 12 seconds, and this may be off just by a little bit, so you might have to play around with this. So you're going to wait 12 seconds, and then you could tell it to show. So that would be one way that you could do that, is count up all of the time, wait, and to show up. Another one that I really like is a new event. This new event is called when the backdrop switches. So I want to switch the backdrop. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get a new backdrop, and you can choose whatever you want to do. I kind of wanted, so I'm going to scroll down just a little bit. You could change it. I wanted this kind of neon tunnel thing to kind of look like you're in a computer. So now I'm going to come over here, and I could say when the backdrop switches to neon. Now, if I do this, then that means that at the very beginning, I need to come back and say, switch it to Jurassic. Okay, so that way it's always where where I want to start. So then I could say, I'm going to take this off. So when the flag is clicked, it's going to switch to Jurassic. It's going to hide. When it switches to the neon tunnel, then it would show up. So then we could come over here. Oh, but did you see? I said when it switches to neon tunnel, but did I ever tell it to switch to neon tunnel? So over here, the last one that talks is whatever the last person that talks, then you are going to come switch the backdrop to neon tunnel. So then you will know that. So you can't just say when the backdrop switches, you have to actually tell it to switch. So now you'll see at the end of their conversation here. This is, now I don't really like that that's on his head, so I might move it over just a little bit. And so then I would change this number to be 19 and 28. So just so it's not on his head. So that is how you would get it to show up. And then you could have your next character wait again, and then talk and say, that's a cool computer, or that's a fun website. I wanted to kind of show you one other thing. So if you were doing this and you wanted to put something on the computer screen, I'm going to go to my laptop and I'm going to go to costumes. And this is just something fun. So let's say I want to put something on the computer screen. So they could say, oh, I want to play a dinosaur game. So I could get another dinosaur. Let's do that one. Now, it's going to show up right here. Now, I don't want this to be there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to say copy it. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to paste it. And then I'm going to make it small. Super small. And now it looks like you have a dinosaur on the screen. So then he could say, let's play a game about dinosaurs. So even though the last person who talked, you would still need to do a wait and come back over here and then say, let's play a game about dinosaurs. So this is how you could add another sprite to have something happen after their conversation. So this is just one other example of something you could do.